It is a disaster. Yes, it is in fact a disaster. Mental illness is one of the disasters that have been assumed in the community, but its effects can never be ignored. It's time we talked about it. Every day, we meet people who appear happy and strong, yet behind many smiles are silent battles with stress, anxiety, depression, and other mental health challenges. Mental health affects us all, and it's time we started talking about it. They said, what you don't know, you can't fight. And for us to fight this, we must first understand what is mental health. Dr. Charles Shaw is an American psychologist.
What is the difference
and
between
he
mental
breaks this
illness
down.
and just having a bad day? Just like our physical health, our mental health exists on a spectrum or a continuum. At one end we have illness, at the other end we have health. So in a good day, our mind's clear, we feel energized and happy, both physically and mentally. But just like when we get a common cold, our physical health starts to go down the spectrum. With our mental health, when we feel low or we feel stressed, our mental health can also start to go down the spectrum. And this is normal and it fluctuates day to day throughout our lives. So when does it become a mental illness? Mental illnesses are where we have impacts to our thoughts, so what we're thinking, our emotions, what we're feeling, and our behaviours, what we're doing. But specifically in reference to three things. Firstly is the duration. So we have changes to those three things, but they're not transient, they are now protracted or extended over weeks. The intensity. This means the profoundness of the changes to our thoughts, feeling, and behaviours, and specifically then what impact does this have on our lives and our relationships. It's important to note that mental illnesses are diagnosable and treatable just like physical illnesses. Our mental health is as important as our physical health. They both deserve attention and support.
People often mislead mental illness with other conditions, doing some diagnosis that is not medically proven. Nicole Everett is an American psychologist.
You may not realize it, but using these words to describe someone with a mental health condition can be very harmful. While a mental illness may not always be visible on the outside, it doesn't mean someone isn't hurting on the inside. In fact, 1 in 6 Floridians struggles with a mental health condition. It's time for all of us to change how we think and speak about mental illness. Mental illness can come in many forms. No wonder this is a topic many find hard to talk about. The American Psychiatric Association defines mental illness as a health condition involving changes in thinking, emotion, or behavior. These conditions may affect someone's ability to relate to others and function each day. But how do you define mental health? And how do you stay mentally healthy?
Mental health to me just is taking care of yourself. I think getting enough sleep, staying stress-free, spending time for yourself, having a good time.
It's about mental wellness, really, I think. And so being your best self and feeling good most of the time and having energy and being able to enjoy each moment is really, I think, what it's about.
Usually when I hear mental health, I initially think of like mental illness. So I feel like, unfortunately, that's the first thing people usually like connect with mental health.
Honestly, I haven't really thought about mental health before. I guess it's just being healthy mentally. Like, you work out and stuff, so I guess it would be the same, with school or whatever.
For me, to stay mentally healthy, I definitely just try to be active and get involved, and I exercise regularly, and I take my medicine every day, and I talk to my doctor and therapist regularly, and I also attend a peer support group weekly.
I have a very strong support system with my family, so I know that if at any time I have any kind of issue or I feel any type of way, I feel very comfortable talking to my mom or my sister, anybody like that.
I think being around people helps me a lot, so whether it's friends, family, I love my family, I love being with them, so that really keeps me mentally healthy.
No less an authority than the World Health Organization has said that there is no health without mental health. So from the very highest levels of healthcare, there is a recognition that you cannot truly be a healthy person without attention to mental health as well. And while we're all familiar with mental illness, the absence of mental illness does not necessarily mean that someone is mentally healthy. What are some of the components that go into being mentally healthy? Being able to understand yourself and what your needs are, what your emotions are, and so on. Being able to communicate your needs to others, hear what they have to say in an empathic way, and to be able to resolve differences there. It's important also to know how to cope with challenges in life and also how to be resilient, a skill that we can learn. And so it's very important for us to all work together to incorporate mental health as part of our overall health profile.
Mental illness is not a weakness. Asking for help is a sign of strength. Together, we can build a community where no one suffers in silence. That is all for today. Join us in the next episode as we shall be venturing in deeper in the same issue. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like and share. Till next time, bye.